Records are made and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Cuber. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of flop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Takes a handoff. It's Nicholson. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's got it on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
On second down, looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Wants to throw on second down. Makes the catch. It's Nicholson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Nicholson. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We'll start this second quarter with a field goal attempt. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Clemson.
And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
First down for the offense. The give to the tailback. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The run from the shotgun. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
Really good looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day too. All these guys had speed, all these guys had vision and quickness, and this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Can't hold on, he had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Running back searching for a hole. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Yeah, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Need. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Proctor. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Nicholson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
And the Tigers want to move quickly. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And that pass intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Proctor. Fires to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Kaiser. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage. I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. The Miami Redhawks made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing inside this program. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Open space at the 25. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Proctor. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the catch at the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Never a doubt. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him.
Got a lot of running room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask him to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Fires to the wideout. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Need. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback. Wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. Nice move to keep moving. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Direct snap. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. And that ball is picked off. At the 40, there he goes. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's it.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown time. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Using his feet to buy time. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And Clemson might just be rolling out another dude at quarterback. They've had 3 guys throw for more than 10,000 yards, including the great Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, and it feels like every year you're going, okay, yeah, that guy, he's next. He's next in line to be that dude because they do a good job with their QBs and finding them, recruiting them, and then developing them and really using their...
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Clemson!
Number 2. In the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 13 over the Pandas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wide open downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Just about set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Proctor. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 31, Clemson 24.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Give to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on that. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And really good.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Proctor. He's got the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. They'll run the option. The expressway is wide open. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. Trying to impose their will with the run. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Finds his tight end. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Cuber. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you can tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by volition.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Throws for the tight end. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions. in the fourth quarter and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Comes out throwing on first down. The quick out. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Got his man. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, I feel for this offense. If they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Feeling some heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.